Vanakkam. It's such an honour and a pleasure to be with so many friends tonight. I want to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. I also want to acknowledge some distinguished guests that we have with us tonight. Firstly, Ash Ambihapar, the Member of Parliament for Barton. Please put your hands together for Ash and her enormous win in the seat of Barton. Ash has made a huge contribution to the Labor government already. Really proud to have her as a member of the team, and she is someone with a huge future in Australia. So thank you for being here, Ash. I also want to acknowledge my friend Susai Benjamin from Blacktown Council and all the terrific work that Susai does for the community in the Tringavi Legal Centre. Of course, our wonderful Consul General, Janaki Raman, thank you. I think it's the third time that we have run into each other in the last week, which shows how busy you are working on our relationship with India and not only supporting that relationship, but doing so much work with our diaspora community. Thank you so much for being here, Consul General. I also want to acknowledge so many business chambers who've come tonight to show their support at this important event. The essence of business is about working together, about supporting each other, and the presence tonight of so many business chambers from not just across Sydney but across the world is testament to that. First, I want to welcome members visiting from Tamil Nadu. It's really an honour to have you here. Thank you so much for making the trip. I was slightly intimidated when I heard that your business chambers represent more than 30,000 members, but that just shows the important work that you do. We really hope that you enjoy your time in Australia and we're honoured by your presence. Thank you for being here. I also want to acknowledge the Parramatta Chamber of Commerce, Ashok, who's here, and I want to acknowledge the Korean Chamber of Commerce, Patrick and Julianne. Thank you for being here and showing your support for ATCC. I also want to say hello tonight to some of my friends, Rishi, Harish and Nusha, who are here tonight. Thank you for being here, thank you for your friendship. I also want to acknowledge some of the sponsors who are here. We've had so many sponsors, organisations that have made events like tonight possible and provided support to ATCC, many of them for a long time. Now, most importantly, I want to acknowledge the board of ATCC. Priya, congratulations on your successful presidency this year. You've done an outstanding job in the 10th year of ATCC. Past President Anton, who did such a terrific job last year, and brought ATCC so far forward in his presidency, and to all the board members. You give your time, you do a wonderful job, you are volunteers, and we thank you and your families for the sacrifice that you make to contribute to ATCC's success. ATC has come a long way in the last 10 years. From 10 years ago, its founding president, Sam, and many of its founding members, and I know my friend Rajivan was one of those founding members 10 years ago. I think Sam passed the baton to Thiru, who was the second president of ATCC, and Thiru is here tonight as well. And in that time, and since then, ATC has grown. It's grown to include people from many communities, from Sri Lanka, from India, from Malaysia, and many more. And it's grown from a small organisation into a significant national organisation, branching out from Sydney across Australia, and soon, my understanding is, to an international organisation. Overall, more than 500 members. Members who deliver so much to ATCC and get so much from ATCC. The annual business gala that you put on is recognised as the largest Tamil business networking event in Australia. Always a terrific night. And I remember last year, and President Anton gave a terrific speech last year, and he said a line that really stuck with me. He said, at ATCC, we grow by lifting others. We grow by lifting others. And that sentiment to me is not just a beautiful sentiment for the spirit of ATCC, but it could be a motto for the whole of Australia. We grow by lifting others. And that's what ATCC is all about. encouraging business, fostering innovation and entrepreneurship, providing resources to entrepreneurs, and delivering a platform for success. And I particularly want to acknowledge ATCC's contribution to the community, to community wellbeing and to charities. Your annual walkathon around Parramatta Park, which is always a terrific event, supports healthy living Toongabbie, an indispensable part of our local community and the Parramatta electorate, doing so much to support wellbeing and health across the community. I also want to acknowledge ATC's focus on supporting the next generation of entrepreneurs. Mentorships, scholarships, and community events. You are shaping the leaders of tomorrow, ensuring that the knowledge, wisdom, and success of today is passed on to the next generation. And ATC has also had a long-standing focus on supporting female business leaders through your successful Women Entrepreneurs event. And in particular tonight, I'd like to acknowledge one thing that ATC has supported with, and in particular my friend Venkat. He and I have been working together on an initiative called Parramatta Connect. And Parramatta Connect is an initiative, a program with the goal of supporting our local economy here in Parramatta and the surrounding area. And it has two goals. The first goal of Parramatta Connect is to encourage large businesses to come to Western Sydney, to locate part of their business in Western Sydney, and preferably for me as the member for Parramatta, right here in Parramatta. And we've had enormous success with that. In Parramatta Square, we now have all 4 major banks, we have the 3 biggest insurance companies, we have many finance organisations, government organisations, healthcare, retail, industrial. We now have in Parramatta more than 50% of the ASX 100 businesses, the biggest businesses in Australia, have a presence in Parramatta. And they've come because they know that if they're not in Western Sydney, then they are missing out on the growth story of New South Wales. They've come because they know that the talent is right here in Western Sydney. They come because they know that the growth and energy in our economy is occurring right here. And it's been terrific to see those big businesses come to Parramatta, creating investment and creating jobs. But Parramatta Connect has a second goal as well. And that is to make sure that when we get those big businesses coming to Parramatta, the benefits of that investment also flow down to our small and medium-sized enterprises. And we do that, and I acknowledge the work of Venkat in making this happen. We do that by asking those big businesses to ensure that their procurement, the things they buy, is done as much as possible locally. Many of the things they buy are going to be through national contracts, but there are other things. Maybe they're catering, maybe they're gifts, maybe some of their office incidentals, they can purchase locally. So we want to connect Parramatta's local small businesses with these new big businesses that are flocking to Parramatta Square, to make sure that the employment opportunities, the business opportunities, the sales opportunities flow right through our economy. And we've had lots of success in the early days of Parramatta Connect, ensuring that we build a strong economy through investment and small business. I want to finish by just thanking ATCC. So many friends of mine from ATCC, you do such terrific work, the passion that you put into the community, your aspiration for shared success, your ambition to grow by lifting others. This is what our community is all about. Thank you for your ongoing contribution to our nation's economy. I look forward to seeing how you will grow, how you will inspire others, how you will innovate in the next 10 years. Nandri Banaka.